What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Insomniac Live. I'm Thomas, here sitting in for Tim, who's at GDC. I'm here with Billy and Alan.
I'm Billy.
Two Insomniacs. What are your titles so I don't get them wrong, slightly wrong?
I'm an associate designer.
Senior character TD.
Awesome. Yeah. We're going to be playing some Division 2 today here in North Carolina. I think there's a little special thing going on in Burbank. I think they're going to have a speedrunner there playing some Ratchet and Clank, I believe. But I don't know all the details, so I might get some of that wrong.
Which Ratchet?
I heard it was going to be the first three.
All three?
Yes.
Wow.
In the window that we have for...
Yeah, and then they're going to have to figure out something to do with the rest of the time.
Wow.
That's what I heard. We'll see how if that comes to fruition or not. But yeah, that sounds impressive. I'm excited to watch that. But for now, you just have to deal with us playing the Division 2, which is an awesome game and fun. So yeah,
That's not too bad.
yeah.
It's
Could
not
be
Alan
worse. Could be worse. Could be just me.
Y'all did play Alan Wake, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're right. This is no Alan Wake, but it's pretty good.
And we made Alan Woke joke like 8 times.
Gotcha.
And it was funny every single time.
Yeah.
That's the
Sure,
lie.
doing jokes just get funnier.
Yeah.
They just keep raising the bar.
That's the line. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah, the Division 2, I have the first one, the deluxe edition. Oh, your message. I'm sorry, it scrolled away from me. Yeah, I played the first Division. Wasn't my favorite game ever, but I enjoyed my time spent with it. I was a little hesitant about the sequel. I wasn't too compelled to keep going with the Division, so I was like, oh, more of that. We'll just, I played that game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really enjoy the beta too much, but this Division 2 is getting a ton of great reviews. I kind of impulse purchased it over the weekend, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. I haven't played a bunch of it. I'm only level 5, as y'all see when we get to it. But so far, it's looking real.
Are you seeing a lot of improvements over the first?
Yeah, just I was telling Billy this earlier. Just incremental improvements in intelligent ways that add a lot to the experience, and it really has kind of changed my opinion from even the beta of this game to release, because they didn't have all of the pedestrian systems or all of the systems in place in the beta that they do in the live game, and it's just immediately like there's tons of stuff to do, tons of stuff to find, tons of little things that you can do interacting with like the people, and it makes the world feel alive. You'll see when we get into it. I don't want to go too long of a spiel, but yeah, super impressed so far.
Yeah, I played the first Division only for a couple of hours because I got into this like weird place where you had to kill people that were just like trying to survive, and I had this like really like this moral quandary of like, should I be the soldier that's following orders, killing just like people that are just trying to survive this calamity? And I had a really hard time doing that in this game, but I still had a hard time doing it in The Last of Us, but it felt like it was actually making like this good decision most of the time to do it, even though like hearing somebody in like The Last of Us saying like, oh, I really want to get home and see my daughter or something, and then it's like, oh well, take this magnum bullet to the head.
Right.
They got around it a little bit because, like, as you played through, I don't know if you remember this, but you'd be picking up audio logs basically, and it was always referring to the assholes around you,
Bad dudes.
and so you're like, okay, I can categorize you all as
My experience
as
with
bad guys.
Like my understanding, to be honest with you, the story of the Division 1 was there was a virus, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's how I was playing it kind of like how I play MMOs, which just skips the story. I'm here for the gameplay.
Yeah.
And it was fine. I'm paying more attention to the story this time. I wonder if that criticism that you brought up is something that they heard and they intentionally addressed, because there's this kind of, in the very beginning, there's this real, I don't want to say in your face, but they make a point of, you're fighting this gang, and they're bad dudes, and they make point of really telling you that clearly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
And it sounds like there's a pacifist in the midst.
No, I like shooting people.
Yeah, I like shooting people too.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but
maybe it's
I need to feel like I'm justified for it. It
Sure.
can't just be for like somebody trying to survive. Like,
Sure.
they have to be doing something evil. Like, I'm cool killing Nazis.
Let's go ahead and turn all this on. Do you want to play, Alan?
people
Or do you want me to
invading.
play?
Hmm?
Do you want to play? You wanna try?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna switch to the game. As y'all see, I'm only level
quite a
5.
keyboard
Alan's gonna
there.
jump into
I
the.
like this a lot.
Alan's gonna. Yeah.
No,
That's,
no joke. I have a TV PC set up at home, and I have. You know how you go to IKEA and there's all the extra.
If
pieces
you
of
can't
crap?
see it, we're playing with a lap board.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
So I literally have a crappy IKEA shelf with a wireless keyboard on it. This is significantly more impressive.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just hit continue. Should be able to just jump into the thick of it. We're throwing Alan to the wolves a little bit. He hasn't played this at all, but he has played the first one. He
That's
doesn't
not
know.
really throwing somebody to the wolves then. Like,
I don't know. I mean,
he's never played a shooter ever.
I didn't get a
in
chance to
his
configure the mouse. And
life.
I don't think we've.
Does W move forward?
I don't think we've morally justified throwing
blue-
Alan to the wolves.
blue LEDs are really bright. Okay, got it.
That's a lot of got
Oh,
it.
gosh, yeah.
You have a flare gun though.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use it?
Oh, yeah, mute.
We'll find out.
Let me know how the audio is. If anything's too loud or too quiet.
I feel like you might get feedback doing that. Unless is the mic?
No,
just
it's
picking up
this
the-
is the only game audio that we have.
Oh, okay.
So we're not routing the game audio through the stream. We're picking up through the mics.
Gotcha. Oh, that map is so cool.
Yeah, that was a cool transition.
The map's really cool. You can zoom in on it. How are you zooming out?
Scroll wheel.
Scroll.
Oh, interesting. It's just real. I don't remember it as jittery at my home setup.
Yeah.
That just has a lot of steps in it, right?
It's totally
not a
the mouse.
smooth wheel.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not configured.
But yeah, if you zoom in, you might be able to see how much like just little side stuff there is, like that kind of stuff. Resource nodes, you can go and take those, and then you'll get more resources for your camp. You can also like protect people as they're traveling to and from those resource nodes.
Mm-hmm.
We have an unknown activity.
Yeah.
We should go make that known.
I didn't know Insomniac was in on this. We didn't help with the development of this game. We're just playing it because it's a new game that's out and it looks cool.
Yep. Yeah, we stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and not necessarily Insomniac games. We normally do Insomniac related games on Wednesdays right now. But yeah, we just stream games we're interested in.
No, you're on your own.
Can you pet the dog? Don't kill it.
It's okay. I don't want to get Peter mad at me.
I'm going to try not to pay attention to the gameplay since I'm still in the starting area of the game, also known as installing the game files. Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to ignore remaster.
Well, but he has a nice comment. We can pay attention to him. Yeah.
Where is the
Did
bald
you know
guy?
remaster during that phase of the game you can have a live stream, and it'll go poorly.
Well, but the viewer count will go like.
We'll go way up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doggo that jumps the game up a bit in my view. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So one of my least favorite things about the Division 1, I don't know if it's been addressed in this game, but there were like stray dogs in the Division 1, and you could not pet them.
But you couldn't pet that one, right?
I don't
There's no,
think you
like,
can pet 'em.
prompt.
But you could shoot them, and I hated that. But you couldn't shoot the like random civilians, but you could shoot the dogs, and I was mad.
I mean, did the dogs have the virus?
No, they're just like stray dogs, I think. Maybe there's story bits that explains that, but it doesn't ever encourage you to shoot them. It's just something you can do.
Oh, these are hostiles.
Oh, what's up, Joe? Good to see you, man.
No.
Will there be lots of invisible walls in this game? I haven't run into any. There probably are some somewhere, but...
What guns do you have in here?
So Q, yeah, I mean, you're just getting thrown the wheels. Q and E are your abilities. I recommend using Q a lot. Your E ability is going to be hard to use.
Is that? Alright, so
You
select.
can't kill a cat that tells
Space.
you to go
Space.
to sleep over 5 minutes. I'm guessing that's a Persona 5 reference.
That is a Persona 5 reference. Have you played that?
I did. I got to the like second thing, the second like dungeon, maybe third dungeon, and then just like life got in the way.
Yeah. I got to like 5th dungeon or something like that, and then I just kind of didn't go back to it because other games. Your Durham office is near where I live. Oh, that's awesome. That's where I work. We should get lunch or something. That's just a guy and buddy of mine, old friend of mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You can get Thomas lunch.
We used to work at Blockbuster when that was a thing.
It still is in Oregon. The last one
Last one, yeah.
was in Oregon.
So I would recommend trying out your Q ability just so you can see it, because then you'll want to use it all the time. Boom.
Oh, he's got... All right.
That's pretty cool.
Not
It's
bad,
sick.
not bad, not bad.
And there's a bunch of different types, so that's the shield, but there's a bunch of different subtypes of the shield that you can get.
All right, where am I going here?
Games with dogs tend to have more heart, in my observation, but of course the developer's skill has a great bearing on that as well. Your games, well, I have yet to see any dogs in them, do have a great deal of heart, and I love them.
That's such a nice comment.
That's why I had to read it.
I appreciate you. We all appreciate you.
Yeah.
Easy cheese. Thank you.
Dogs are the best.
Dogs
Do
are
not-
the best.
Do not dare
Also-
shoot one of those dogs.
Also, I think those
Don't
dog
do it.
models. Yeah, please don't. Those dog models are really good. They're like in the first game, you could kind of tell that was a lower priority asset. There were some rough
Yeah.
edges on them.
I know.
And-
Oh, go ahead.
In this one, they just look real clean. I think the animations are really nice.
I never played the
ears flop.
Fallout. What was it? Fallout 4?
Fallout 4, yeah.
Yeah. But I heard that the dog was quite a big element of that.
Yeah, dog's
There's
pretty
a-
cool in that. Dog's like as a companion.
I forget which Call of Duty game, but they had some really good looking dogs, and maybe it was Ghosts had a really good looking dog. That sounds right.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Call of Duty definitely does models like that really well in general. Hey guys, love how much you've been streaming. Does this kind of feel like a podcast at this point? In the sense of like that line is so blurry, I don't know what the difference is. Kind of. We've talked about doing a little more structured podcast show. It would still be like videoed and stuff.
Yeah, I missed
But
the
we have-
Full Moon show.
Yeah,
That
we
was
used to
fun.
do the Full Moon show. That was before I was here. Hopefully we get back to that at some point, but we'll see. It's kind of tough to find the time to really plan something as well as you need to do,
Is
as
there
you
like
need
a
to
stealth
do
mode?
that. I don't think so.
Oh, and this?
Yeah. Seems like a pretty...
If there is, I definitely lost ninja points.
Well, yeah.
I don't think there is. I've tried to sneak up behind people and I don't.
Nothing pops up over their head to say, like, instant murder.
I don't mean any offense. Oh, I didn't take that offensive, like as any kind of negative way. Did I seem like I did? I didn't intend to react that way if I did. The game is so hard, you have to play with others, you will level up more faster, yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely intended to be played cooperatively. I haven't done that yet. I haven't spent a ton of time with it yet, but I plan to.
Oof.
Yeah, games,
Yeah, so
it's no joke. It's actually hard.
this is turning into a Thomas plays
Oh,
stream.
jeez.
It's fine. Don't stress dying.
Alright, so the Q is an ability?
Q is bringing up the shield.
Structure can be nice, however the streams I've caught have been enjoyable. Thanks for saying that. What, Jeff? Appreciate it.
Oh, space. Yeah, that got me.
Yeah, space is generally the confirm, not E.
Okay.
I keep getting confused with that at home. I gotta remember it's space.
Alright, just go outside here.
Yeah, I did.
East exit.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 exits there. There we go.
So you might wanna,
This looks really good.
dude. It
Man,
is
right when you get
It
outside.
really does.
Pull the
very
guns out.
impressive visually. I am kind of taken aback at how
Who planted these flowers like that?
How 180? Well, you're at the White House.
Yeah, but it's the
Is it the White
apocalypse.
House? Oh no, it's not the White House. You're at the other place.
Are those good people?
I was
No,
very
they're bad.
surprised at how 180 my impression of the game went from
Where's
just from release.
The thing. Oh, how do I bring up the map?
Tab. Oh, M.
Oh,
sorry.
tab is-
Sorry.
Oh, that's a good one to know.
No. Tab was wrong. I'm
Okay,
still
so
figuring
there's
out the
White
lines.
House. Where was the thing that you were working on? Who
I
knows?
think I messed them up. It was like a question mark down on the southern edge of the.
You got to zoom in, I think, on the map.
Okay, because this shows where.
Yeah, I think
died.
that's where.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was.
All right.
So that is Division Tech. That's basically what you use to get the perks in this game. You use that to buy perks. But it's like there's just so much side stuff. Like every little nook and cranny you explore, it seems like there's at least something worth like looking at, investigating, picking up, a little bit of XP.
Hostile control point detected.
Did I hear right that this is locked to a particular vendor?
Excuse me?
Is it like you can't get this on Steam, right? Or can you?
Is it just on?
I thought there was.
Well,
I thought there was like
Store,
an
or-
exclusive.
I am not sure how that works. I mean, they have Uplay. It's an Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
So everything's through Uplay. Even if you buy it on Steam, traditionally it still launches
see.
through Uplay.
Got
I
it.
don't know if they're selling this game on Steam. They probably are. This also answers somebody in chat's question. We're playing on PC right now. But yeah, I purchased it through Uplay.
How-
I have Uplay.
How do you let the? Who know?
Yeah, Remastered saying they did the Epic Game Store thing.
They did the Epic. Oh, interesting.
Is there like a way that
Kinda
I can
like
go
Metro?
up there? Or?
You have to go the other way, and you have to get up there and like knock down the ladder, essentially.
Oh, okay. So I guess.
You don't think it's on Steam? Yeah, you probably not.
There we go.
But if you purchase it through Uplay, or I mean through the Epic Store, does it still launch Uplay when you run the game? I'm sure it does because it uses like their servers and stuff. So like,
Yeah, probably.
I would
Yeah.
just go
So
through
through Epic
Uplay.
Store and Uplay, but uses Uplay's online services. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I feel like I should go up these stairs. And
People-
that was a mistake.
People were really angry at Metro for being on the Epic Store. Yeah, I was surprised at how upset people were. Honestly, that and I hope it didn't hurt that game because that's an excellent game. It's a really, I think that's kind of going to be a under the radar game for this year because this year is going to be so crazy for games. Did you watch that Sekiro video I sent you?
I did not know.
I see how it is.
terrible.
I see how it is. I'm going to air my grievances
Area
in the
is
middle of
controlled
this
by
live
the
stream.
hyenas.
I have like a crazy long YouTube watch list,
I'm
and
just kidding.
you know,
I feel like I shouldn't go in here,
Dude, but that game looks hype.
but I'm gonna.
Yeah, do it. They're level 5s, I think.
they're patrolling that wall.
How do you crouch?
I don't know
Control?
about
Control?
I don't know about crouching.
See,
C maybe. Yeah, I don't think you can crouch probably. Not a stealth
All
game.
right, I'm gonna try to kill
You
this
just-
guy that's stuck
just-
in the wall.
tap him on the shoulder. Hey, I'm gonna shoot you now.
Well, they're dead.
That was my version of stealth.
Uh huh. They never saw it coming.
That's true. Oh hey,
Yeah, we're streaming it here
Oh, boy.
in North Carolina for an hour and a half, and then Burbank will be streaming
And if you hit space,
after that for an hour and a half.
you'll go up against stuff.
And in Burbank, I believe they have a speedrunner who's going to speedrun. These details might not be wrong. Might be incorrect because I got them pretty late. But I believe they're going to speedrun the first 3 Ratchet and Clank games. All 3 of them, from what's been told to me.
holy cow!
Now that's subject to change. Don't quote me on it. Think about what you've done, Billy.
I feel like I made a mistake here.
Just a casual.
They lure you in with that enemy
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
God.
licking the concrete wall.
Oh, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah.
Insomniac.
AAA Insomniac Studios, or hey,
Hey, Lamau. Good joke, Thomas. What was my joke?
Your face. No. Sorry.
Besides my whole life.
That's just mean.
No, it's fine. You're only saying what I'm thinking.
So, I didn't get a chance to look at chat, but I want to talk about dogs and games again.
Okay.
Yeah, any game where you can't really, like, pet a dog, they have dogs, but you can't pet them, feels like a really, like, big missed opportunity. Like, that was my biggest problem with Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game, because they had dogs, and you could feed them apples, which is actually really bad for dogs.
Right, yeah, that's a weird thing to do.
Can, like, kill them. But, like, you can't pet any of the dogs. Such a bummer. I feel like you could in one of the Assassin's Creed games. I think it was 3. Was the first one that let you do it. But like, really, like, Nintendogs was like a really good game because of that. Because you could like pet their tummies.
Yeah.
Pet them on the side of the face.
It's kind of low-hanging fruit. You might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me pet the dog.
Dog petting
y'all have
simulator.
seen that Twitter account, right? Which is the most hilarious thing that ever happened.
Which one?
The Can You Pet the Dog
Oh.
Twitter account.
No.
And it just goes through every game with dogs, and it's like, you can pet the dog in, whatever. What was that?
I think in Watch Dogs 2 you can.
Or yeah,
Who
or they
opened
tell
those
you
doors for
you can't pet the dog. Like in Majora's Mask, I found out today, you can't pet the dog. I don't know. They're on a who knows.
Those guys just had like a pulley system and like kicked the thing. Those are bad guys, aren't they?
Hi guys, I'm in your studios. You're not in my studio. Yeah, you are actually. You're in Burbank, aren't you?
The call is coming from inside the house.
Yep. So this is one of the things that I'm talking about that just adds to the world. Like you'll run into these people. What are they doing? Don't tell me.
Does she have a robot arm on like that first one? Or is that just like a sleeve?
Yeah, she's got to sleep.
Oh, okay.
It'll say, I probably missed it, but it'll say where these guys are going. These guys might just be patrolling, or they might be going to collect water, and I can stick with them, and they may or may not get attacked, and if I help them, like, my actions will have some sort of minor repercussion on the world.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff, like I was going to, Billy was talking, but in, like, you have these settlements. In this settlement, you can do all sorts of things to improve the settlement. Like, one thing I did, got them filtered water. And I forget what that gave me. That gave me some stuff. A lot of little things that make the world feel more like a living, breathing world and less like a shooting gallery.
Yeah.
Just running right up to them, huh?
Yikes.
It is not easy to play a game on stream.
It really is not.
Stanley Kubrick's
It is a
grandson
skill.
worked on the game.
This game?
Yeah. That's what Same Phone Who Dis.
Former Insomniac tester Brian Roberts worked on this game as a technical designer.
There's a few...
Shout out to Brian Roberts.
Yeah.
A few testers here right now that worked on this game.
Oh, cool.
Our North Carolina studio, possibly in Burbank, but I just know about North Carolina.
Yeah, because I don't know how much of the development happened, but there's Red Storm is right down the street from us.
Mm-hmm. I believe somebody was telling me that they worked exclusively on the dark zones in this game. That may or may not be true.
It would make sense to, like, when you have multiple studios, to have them focused on very specific aspects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, this looks like it's a Godzilla simulator.
Whoa, I'm getting shot is what's happening.
Oh, loot! What'd you get?
I got a backpack.
Oh.
Went through it too quickly.
Is it a cool backpack?
It's this backpack. So if you look, most things you pick up have sets. If you see this, like, hardly visible icon right here.
Yeah.
So if I have multiple...
Oh, it's like a mountain thing.
Multiple things with this icon, then I get these...
Oh, a
so I
bonus?
have 2 things on right now, so I have both of these bonuses.
Oh, that's really neat.
I think that's new, at least for low-level gear. It might have actually been in Division 1 later in the game, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, set bonuses are pretty common in this type of game, like
Oh, yeah.
Diablo or...
All the looters.
Yeah, Destiny didn't really have any, like, set bonus items. They kind of, like, tied all of that into their exotics.
It must suck for the famous people to know it as the son or daughter of the famous person rather than being there for their own achievements. Yeah, I mean, I think we all go through that to certain degrees, just with our, living in the shadow of our parents. But yeah, especially if your parents are like somebody like famous or like.
Yeah, well, but like, there's some people that have been able to like come out from their parents' shadows, like David Bowie's son.
Yeah.
Duncan Jones. Famous director. Some great movies. Sean Lennon, half of the Lennon Claypool Delirium. Pretty fun band.
That is the daughter of lead singer of Aerosmith. I'm completely blanking.
Alicia Silverstone or Liv Tyler?
Liv Tyler, yeah. She's done all right.
Is where did Alicia Silverstone come from?
I feel like she's related to somebody, and
maybe
I'll have to Google it.
Maybe.
Well, looking at my phone on stream is cool, right?
I think so.
As I'm doing it.
That's fine. Still need to get the PC version. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. I haven't played a ton, but...
Oh, she was in...
Really enjoying it.
An Aerosmith video.
Yes. And it's kind of awkward, actually, because it's like a love song and like...
She was 16.
She was 16, but also there's like scenes where it's like... Even the Armageddon video where he's like... She's like on the monitor and he's like touching the monitor in a kind of suggestive manner, and it's like, what? That's your daughter? This is weird. Well, that got off the rails. Let's change the subject.
I went this weekend and saw the new How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah,
how was that?
That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because it sort of wraps up the story.
Right. I've heard it's great. If you're into How to Train Your Dragon, it's like great.
Yeah.
And you worked on the first two.
None of them. No,
I
missed
you
them.
didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't. I thought you did. Why did I think that? You worked at that studio, right, or no?
Yeah, I was there, but missed out on those ones.
Gotcha.
Those projects are so long that once you're on one of them, all kinds of stuff's happening. And most folks can only do one every couple years.
Just like one, like it's just one movie.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
just like you're in Boss Baby land for 3 years.
Yeah, so if like the staggering is off and they kick off a new project,
I got you.
you're out of luck.
And so it's not something you can just jump in on.
Not usually.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. Like for animators, they usually staff up, and most folks are on it. But if you're in like modeling or asset creation, they got most of that stuff done early.
Who does all of like the TV shows? Because I know that there's a How to Train Your Dragon TV show, and there's a bunch of like DreamWorks.
Yeah, I think
TV
they have
on
they
Netflix
have
now.
a Glendale building that they were doing a lot of that out of early. But that also might be pre-production work, and then they kick you out to another outsourcing.
What are you working on right now? The only thing we've announced is Stormland.
Yeah, hard at work on Stormland. I mean, not right this second because we're playing the Division, but
No, definitely hard at work right now.
yeah. What was that?
That was a grenade.
That was
got a
a
grenade
weird trail.
launcher.
I thought it was like a drone or something.
Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
So over there.
We're
Watch
playing
out.
on this lap board.
I think there's a dog.
What?
I heard a bark. Is that a sniper?
Yeah. There's a jerk. Snipers are jerks.
Oh.
No. No.
They're calling you over though. Maybe she has a Snickers bar.
What if she was calling the dog? There is shooting through some cover in this game, too, which is kind of interesting. I think that's new as well.
I saw Captain Marvel over the weekend, and it was really good.
Was it good?
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I had a really, really good time. It's only the second movie I've seen in theaters in 8 months, though, because I had a baby 8 months ago.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
And then over like our holiday break, I saw Spider-Verse in the theaters without my wife. And then
so good.
yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, we went to the theaters because my wife's parents came over and watched the baby.
Oh, so you got to kind of escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
That was nice. Although the whole time I was watching it, I was thinking about my little girl and like the avenues that like a movie like that opens up for her, where it's like, oh yeah, she can be a hero too. That's really cool. And she's my little hero. I miss her right now. I just want to go pick her up.
Somebody's saying the LMGs stink in this game. It's interesting. They were my favorite gun in the first one.
What was clipped? Because I said I loved my daughter?
Hilarious.
Or just because it's like the feels good moment of knowing that there's like a superhero movie for her.
Whoa, whoa, who's shooting at me?
Oh. I didn't clip it, but I thought it was sweet. Well, thanks.
Which one do you think would be better, Wonder Woman, the film, or Captain Marvel? I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. But...
I feel like Captain Marvel is a more real... I mean, not realistic story, but like... It's more... It doesn't have like an Amazonian princess.
mythology
like,
kind of thing.
Yeah, like my daughter could be Captain Marvel if she's put in like the right circumstances. I mean, in the same way that I could be Green Lantern or something.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
if an alien gave me a ring that lets me use my willpower to generate stuff, that'd be pretty dope too. I would like that.
Be all right.
I think just like conceptually, Green Lantern's one of the coolest heroes.
Yeah.
Just the idea of like the power of your imagination.
Well, and what's so cool is like all of the Green Lanterns that are in the comics, they all have... You can see their imaginations and how they change based on the constructs that they each create.
Yeah, right.
Like, Kyle Rayner is an artist, so he has a lot of, like, very artistic items that he uses. Like, he'll do, like, a big hammer or something to hit a person. Hal Jordan's a pilot, so he does a bunch of, like, planes and other kind of weaponry.
Rail guns and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jon Stewart, who's my like personal favorite, was in the military, so he uses like a bunch of like different military sort of like things. What's the weapon selection like in this game?
It was a lot in the
Is there a
first
lot of
one, right?
guns?
Is it roughly the same?
Do you mean like how you select the games, or select the guns? I mean, or like how the variety of weapons?
Yeah, it's pretty similar first from my experience, but in both of those aspects.
Yeah. How do you switch guns?
Mouse wheel, I think.
Oh. Okay.
1, 2, and 3, mouse wheel.
Cool.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
And then G is still grenade.
Yep. Zoom, zoom.
I really like when it shows like the button that you have to press on the item, just so you don't have to remember that control.
I like
especially
it
when
in
there's a bunch
games. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was just saying, especially when there's a bunch of stuff you can interact with.
Yeah.
You can kind of forget what's what.
Well, yeah, you see like a subtle control.
Yeah.
It's evolved. Yeah, they've got a lot of subtle UI elements that I think are pretty good. In this game and in the first.
That's a lot of bad guys.
Those red things explode.
Yeah, this is my like little drone that attacks explodey bits.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Butt shot.
Thomas, are you funny?
Huh? Funny looking.
There you have it.
That goes back to the, like, repeating jokes are always funny. And get funnier.
Funny looking.
Ha!
Ha ha!
I like how this game has more sun than the first one. The first game was a lot more bleak and dreary, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. I haven't even noticed that. But yeah, just the color palette, I like it a lot more in this
That's
game.
New York in general, though. I think.
Yeah, because the first game was all New York, right?
Yeah, so, you know, the change of environment helps.
No, no killing me. That's reckless and illegal.
How do you heal?
I just did it. It's just you have these consumables. You can only heal your armor, your health, which is that yellow bar at the bottom.
Just kind
refills
of
over time.
Auto refills. Yeah.
Just like in real life.
Yeah.
No grenading. Alright. Time to get rushed.
Michael Chang saying that there's a minor sound delay. You talking about in the game?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Oh.
There was a guy to my left. I didn't know it was there. Dang. I have to redo all that.
All of it?
Yeah, probably.
Ouch.
Maybe not. There's some checkpointing, but that wasn't a story mission. There's usually only checkpointing in the story mission.
Oh,
Yeah. So I guess that's why it's better to play with other people.
Right. Playing by yourself makes this way harder. And actually, I don't have to restart. So there was a checkpoint. How kind of them. Okay, I need to find a thingamajigger to refill my whatchamacallits. It's very technical
Yeah.
terms I'm using. That's it. My ammo. There we go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you meant like armor or health or like any of the things that you could refill.
I think there's a minor sound delay. Yeah, it's because the audio of the game is not routed directly to the stream. The audio of the game is playing through a TV, which is then being picked up by our microphones here. So there will naturally be a little bit of an audio delay.
Starting with Up Your Arsenal and working backwards.
Really?
Up Your Arsenal was the first game that I worked on at Insomniac, and it's near and dear to my heart for that reason, and also because of the multiplayer, because the multiplayer was so much fun. Is it PAL because they're like, I think, so I tested on that game, and because the game ran at 50 hertz instead of 60, there were certain things that changed how they acted in the game based on like whether or not it was PAL. So I think like one of them early on, I don't think we shipped with it, but like swing shotting was way different in the PAL version.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was something that we just like fixed.
This went way worse this time.
Hey Alan, how was your morning?
How was my morning? It was pretty good. Some coffee. Some programming.
Was that another Alan Wake joke?
You program?
Yeah.
Is that a big part of technical animation?
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, some days you're doing asset stuff, some days you're
But that's a common
doing tools.
skill set for somebody who does technical animation, is knowing how to program. Like, you wouldn't be able to have that job without knowing how to program.
It definitely helps.
What language do you program in?
We're typically in Python.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you know how to program in Python, are you a parcel tongue?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, Harry Potter reference.
yeah.
That's far too nerdy for our video game stream.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Just kidding.
I wasn't really sorry.
I know. I wasn't really forgiving you either.
Damn.
Alright.
You like to see more classic single-player Tom Clancy games, or are you happy with the multiplayer ones?
I'm happy with the multiplayer ones. I do like the classic single-player ones. Like,
Are they talking like Rainbow Six?
Well, Rainbow Six is multiplayer.
Yeah, because that
Rainbow
was
Six Siege is multiplayer, but Rainbow Six traditionally is single-player.
It was traditionally multiplayer.
Was it?
Was it
Like
really?
that was what it got famous for, I thought. Like,
I don't remember that. You're talking about OG, like pre-Vegas Rainbow Six.
yes.
Yeah.
The original like stuff on PC, I think, was popular because of multiplayer.
I mean, I played it. Never played with multiplayer, but
Was that dial-up days though?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
days. And now
This
it's-
was like
Probably
pre-Counter-Strike days,
Completely ignored that.
and that was like, I think that Counter-Strike was actually greatly influenced by Rainbow Six.
That makes sense.
But like Graw, I guess, because that was single player, right?
I don't even remember that one.
It was like an Xbox, maybe Xbox 360 game.
That might be why. I
think-
had the 360. I don't think I ever had the original Xbox.
I feel like a lot of the Tom Clancy games were pretty multiplayer centric in general. Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six Vegas as being
No.
single player games. There's a great video of Rainbow Six Vegas of some
No.
kid asking for chocolate milk because they're like multiplayer,
hard.
like their voice chat lip sync would actually like match, so it looked like this rough and tumble operator was asking his mom, "Can I get some chocolate milk?" And then like the lips were syncing with it. It's amazing. Google it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
hilarious.
I've seen it. The kid's just, you want some chocolate milk? He's just like freaking out. Oh.
Do you ever feel like you could talk to your mom like that when you were a kid?
I mean, I could.
I mean,
I can do anything.
Heck
Yeah.
no.
Ill-advised.
Yeah.
would you ever talk to your mom? Like
Um.
that? I guess that's a better question.
Well, if I'm being honest, I am a much better person today than I was when I was a child.
well,
But
yeah.
I probably wouldn't go that far.
Remember when Rainbow Six was actually a book series?
Who reads
Ooh,
though?
SMG9. I just read that. SMG9.
Oh, okay.
No.
Is Tom Clancy still alive?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
Nope.
he's not.
He is not.
Do they still do like?
Somebody
They
else
took-
like writes the books, but it still says like Tom Clancy's
No
something or
kidding. I
other.
didn't know that. All right.
Yeah. He died a few years ago. Forget exactly when.
I vaguely remember that's why I asked. Make sure I wasn't misremembering it.
My wife and I watched that new Jack Ryan. Well, I guess new
Show.
yeah.
Jack Ryan series on Prime.
That
Yeah.
guy.
I watched it when I was
How was it?
recovering from the neurovirus, and I watched it like back to back with The Office, which was
Yeah.
really strange.
Yeah. That's tough. I thought the show was good. I thought Jack Ryan was a terrible character.
Mm,
He was a bit of a Mary Sue.
yeah.
And there was a lot of, let me solve this problem by sitting down at the computer, punch in some numbers, and, oh, there's where the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Which was kind of goofy.
That's my thing with all of those shows, man.
I liked
It's
it a
just-
lot. I thought that they did a good job of making the villain seem pretty compelling.
Yes, yeah, the villain was
Um,
the best part of that.
My only problem with the villain is that so much of his plan required like luck in so many ways,
Yeah, that
and
is
they
true.
never really like got into why he was doing what he was doing, like what radicalized him. There were a lot of events in his life that would have, but he wasn't radicalized by those events.
True, yeah.
So he just like he went to prison, and then all of a sudden he came out and wanted
Yeah.
death to America or
Yeah.
something.
Let's go. Talking about the game, not the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I get it. That's fine.
Cool guys stare at explosions. That's what you just did.
That's right. No.
Are you just shooting the health bar?
Yeah. It's so hard. I'm so far away from the TV. It's like I can hardly see it.
You think guns as a main gameplay mechanic take too much of a market share out of games in general? Wasn't that like pre-2000s?
That's an interesting...
I mean, you could say that about like combat in games, I guess. I mean, it's such an easy like crutch to lean on because you, Mr. Gray Matter, is that a friend?
I guess so. I don't really know. I didn't check my like online settings and stuff before I...
Just set the public.
Probably should change that.
Any random noob.
What up, buddy?
I forget what I was saying. Oh, about like combat is a design crutch in a lot of ways. But it's so easy to like. That's such an easy way to have like conflict and address it is through like combat. And guns are also really easy.
It's also like super compelling.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it plays to like our lizard brain.
right, for sure.
Do not drive me away. What? You're not in my car.
What are you suggesting as a different gameplay mechanic? And what do you like to see?
Tetris doesn't have guns. I don't know if Tetris 99 does.
Gravity is the antagonist in that game.
Yeah. Or Clutter, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like, what is it? The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Those games that they call walking simulators. A lot of games without combat.
That's true.
A lot of strategy games too. Like, no, that's not true.
How good do you think Mary Kondo is at Tetris? She's got to be like the best, right?
What? I didn't get it.
No?
Who's Mary Kondo?
Yeah, that's on my wheelhouse.
Okay. Somebody on the stream will get that. But there's like, everybody is like cleaning up their houses because of this Netflix show with Marie Kondo on
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
it. And she's like a clutter artist or something. We were just talking about clutter and
Gotcha.
that's where my brain goes.
Who is this person?
Did she ever deal with, like, clinical hoarders?
A little bit.
Or is it just, like, general disorganization?
I think it's a little bit
I
of
have
both.
like no ammo.
Mr. Gray Matter's a pretty fun name.
I would just let him carry you.
Yeah.
Makes me think of
Stay
Deltron.
down.
Does it make you think of Deltron 3030?
A little bit, yeah.
I quote that all the time. Update your gray matter, because one day it may matter.
That was such a great concept album.
Oh yeah. One of the faves.
Do you like the second one?
No,
Not at all?
not really.
There are a few songs on there that are okay. But I can't think of them at the moment.
Uh-oh. No.
That was a buddy, wasn't it? Mr.
No, that's
Pebbles?
a bad guy.
His name's Mr. Pebbles, though.
I don't know, he was yellow, and I was shooting him and it was doing damage. It's just Pebbles. Get it right.
So are you gonna bam bam him?
Bam, bam, boom, boom.
uh,
Yeah.
They didn't fix the whole HP combat.
The, like, bullet sponge thing, is that what you're talking about? No.
no reason to get this game done.
I mean, that's kind of the genre.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you would do a looter shooter without...
Yeah.
Well,
how do you do loot without giving you a neat reason to, like, deal more damage?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Gotta see those bigger numbers.
Borderlands was fun like that.
Yeah.
And I guess if you just wrap the concept in a fun package,
I don't know why you jumped down
kind of
there
get
like
around
that.
that.
Can you Super Mario him? Just like land on his head?
Yeah. You can. No, you can't. I'm almost out of ammo. Uh-oh. That's a yikes. This could be a yikes.
You have 632 bullets. What are you talking about? Almost out of ammo.
And I have no ammo in my primary gun.
Oh, okay. Get all that good loot.
It's a bit less spongy in OG Division because of the armor system.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so now I am out of inventory space, so I need to deconstruct all my junk. And I got a bunch of stuff. Okay. Got this. Clearly I want that. Ammo. Can't see anything.
Honestly, my question was definitely mostly focused towards the typical normal guns that you see in every day in military and on news and whatnot. These kind of turn me off. I don't see why there's a shooter coming out every other week when you can do platformers, fantasy games, futuristic sci-fi games, horror games, etc. I mean, if you combine like the other 9 major genres into the top 10, they probably all amount to the total of shooters which are one genre themselves. At least from ...
Ooh, now there's suspense.
Yeah.
I want to know where this goes.
You gonna play rock, paper, scissors?
That's right. I think I won. I established dominance. I mean, I think that's an interesting perspective. I think it's a pretty unique perspective, and I respect it. I think the market kind of has...
That's a person right there.
Oh, yeah. Has a big say in that. I'm gonna die.
Well, I think that... Are you going to revive that person?
No, I'm just gonna die.
Okay.
Is that fine with you?
I mean, you do what you want.
I was looking at my map. Good luck in grinding. Thank you, Drygal.
I think there are so many games out nowadays. Like, my backlog is so big that if I wanted to completely ignore shooters, I think I could.
Yeah, you probably can.
Like, my current backlog, well, I just, like, this weekend, found some time to actually, like, play games by myself. And when I wasn't playing Rocket League, which is, that's like the thing that I can get, like, 5-minute chunks while the baby's nursing or something, or napping, and I don't feel bad about, like, leaving. But, I played through Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove this weekend, and it was...
On what?
I ended up buying it on PS4.
No kidding.
But I initially bought it on PC and played it with some people here at work over, like, lunch or, like, after work or something.
Oh, very cool.
You have me, right?
Yeah. You and, like, Jason Butch and, like, a few other people. And Jason Franklin. And I think that everybody that played the original enjoyed it. And anybody that hadn't was like, what the F is this game? Like, I had a lot of fun as a kid playing the original. And this just, like, touches all of the right nostalgia buttons. Which sounds way dirtier than I meant it to.
Yeah.
But, yeah, revive your buddy.
I'm trying to, but he was in a precarious position.
Oof.
How are you getting hit? Right through the...
Oh boy.
Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to
in
happen.
the face.
Good job.
Yep.
Can you, like, just crawl back over to your buddy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we're dead. I think we're gonna die again.
Oh, that drone's gonna get him. That
good.
car. Oh, combat roll. Combat roll.
I don't even know how you do that. That's impressive.
Double spacebar, maybe? That's just my guess. Aw.
My friend, I love you. No. The roll animation is pretty slick, yeah.
So you're just gonna wait for your buddy to revive you?
Nah,
I guess you can't, right?
I can respawn on him.
Should I say their name properly, or
Who?
the person that just typed?
Even
though they're referencing themselves.
You are your own
Mm.
person. I defer to your own judgment.
Where is Kian? The chat sure felt quiet without Kian here,
Says Ken.
says Kian. Also, why is it Kian Prime 1? Because isn't like Prime and 1 sort of like the same kind of thing?
There's no
Seems
confusion.
a little redundant. And there's also apparently a marksman spec that can one-shot almost anything in this. Depends on your style and spec. But yeah, it's a looter shooter, so you can't really expect to be powerful right off the bat. It's built for that progression grind. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I played the marksman in the beta. It was alright. Okay. I'll probably pick something else this time.
I'll explain it one more time. I don't really need the explanation. I was just being difficult.
Facetious, right? Is that the word?
Eh.
Yo, buddy. Buddy.
Is it because cyan is prime colors? No. It's not, but... Mr. Grey Matter received AKM.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to be like Optimus Prime, except cyan colored.
Public execution.
What?
In
So this is one of
20
the-
meters.
This is just one of the, like, the in the
Random
world
ones.
things, yeah.
If you throw a grenade in there, does it kill the person that's being publicly executed, or...
I don't think so. I don't think there's friendly fire in this game. Maybe in the Dark Zone. I don't even remember if there was friendly fire in the Dark Zone in the first one. So who is this? These are just random people.
So
not,
the,
not
like-
real people.
The orange circle is the the good people, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you have on your backpack.
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, I never even made that connection. With the
That is
backpack.
true. Yeah, yeah. Maybe there are other division agents.
No, those are definitely not division agents.
No.
Why not?
Well, because it's just like they're in like civilian clothes and they have a pistol.
They're undercover.
Yeah.
Like the world ended. Well, undercover from what?
The hyenas?
From you.
Nobody will know that I'm only pretending to be a civilian in the Armageddon.
Here's that explanation.
Okay.
I read the first sentence and I already got tired.
That's my secret. I woke up tired.
Didn't want a cheesy name.
Whoa, 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 whoa. People. Like to introduce you to my friend SMG.
Well, as you get shot in the side.
Shh, Billy.
Press H.
Help!
Over here.
Oh, but your buddy's
Wait, I
already
want
down,
to
too.
wave at. I want to wave at him. Hey. It's nice to see you. All right, I'm giving up.
Ugh.
Y'all see Kian's message? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there.
I guess the
He's-
people on the other
the TLD
channels can't read it.
Oh, that's true. You got to be on Twitch if you want to.
So,
The
behind the scenes
TLDR is
scoop.
he likes Transformers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they chose the number 1. Now they rest. Is that because your cat told you to?
I think everybody agrees though that GoBots was a lot better than Transformers.
Boom. And also, Beetleborgs was way better in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
What up?
Not great, Saya Man.
Yeah.
I can't see it because I blocked him. Lamau.
Oh.
Now, how many people, when they type LMAO, are actually laughing their asses off?
Don't go full Tim.
Oh no, I'm curious. I'm honestly curious because it's like when you type like LOL or something, are you really like going ha ha ha, or are you going huh?
Yeah. That is a Tim thing to worry about though.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had rants.
Yeah.
Come on.
Lul.
We've had some conversations. I mean, I can't.
I was. Now, is that like mad cackling? Like
I hope so.
Because I blocked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like that. I feel like that's the correct response for that.
And I hope you do that at work or in a classroom or
Oh yeah.
during math class.
Man, it's
Lul.
so hard to aim on this TV.
How do I unblock people? You can probably find that in your Twitch settings.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's combat roll.
Is it double spacebar?
Yeah, double space bar.
Boom. How do you crouch though?
See? He was
Is it
crouching.
control?
Can you only do it
It's
behind
auto-run.
cover or something?
Is it X?
No, it's not X. That's
Is it
X is
V?
auto run.
right control?
It's got to be one of those.
Is it right control? You absolute mad person.
Well, because
You've mapped some controls in games before, haven't you, Billy?
I've never mapped right control to anything, but because that's just like not near the WASD stuff. But
Right.
hello,
Hello.
Jolky.
How are you?
Joke? Oh, that's a another person that was able to like not fall under their father's shadow is Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son, whose name would be Joe King, which is why like joke made me think a bit about it. But he wrote the Lock and Key series, which is really good.
Oh, right.
And Nosferatu, which is like
Lock and Key. Aren't they doing...
I think
Why have I
somebody's
heard
doing
about
a show.
that recently? Okay, is that why?
Yeah. But Lock and Key is really, really good. I thought I heard a dog bark.
No. It was definitely me shooting somebody and them going like, stop shooting me or something like that.
Why do they call it WASD or WASD? That's just the keyboard layout for movement. And because that's the closest it can be to a word, I think.
Well, it's not
yes,
like
you did hear Lock and Key, Kian.
You do it in all caps. So it's not a, like... What do you call that? It's not a word, it's a...
Acronym?
Acronym, thank you.
Yeah. Netflix is adapting Lock and Key. It was Hulu at one point, I thought. But then they ended up like dropping it. There was a trailer for it, I think. And maybe even a pilot. I have a card game of Lock and Key. It's actually pretty fun. Showing all of the nerdy things that I'm into. Reading comic books, playing board games, and video games.
Emma Watson wanted to know if both studios work on the same game at once or different ones.
Depends.
Yeah, it really depends on the needs of the game and the game itself.
Usually any game that North Carolina doesn't want to work on, we just send it over to Burbank.
That's...
Like, I guess that could be fine. Why don't you guys do it?
It's not true.
It's not true at all.
No. But yeah, I mean, it really depends on the project. Whatever makes sense, the most sense.
QWERTY also works, but WASD is common for gamers because every FPS uses those controls. Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about like WASD controls, it's both keyboard and mouse controls, because like you don't really use QWERTY on the keyboard for much of anything.
That's more like a
gaming
League of
anyway.
Legends kind of thing.
Yeah.
To use those top ones.
Yeah, and even
I
then,
might be
wouldn't you be
making that
using
up.
like 1 through
Yeah. Right.
0 or something?
right.
Am I?
Yeah.
I knew it.
You knew it all along.
Yeah.
Knew what?
Spider-Man, for example, is that both studios?
There are several people that from both studios that worked on that game, but that was primarily Burbank.
It's more complex than like just studios.
Yeah.
There's
We're all one
individuals.
studio. It's just 2 locations.
Right. And depending on the needs of the project, different individuals and the desire of the individuals themselves determines who works on what.
Yep.
Remaster Resistance brings up a good point. Isn't it called QWERTY as the whole keyboard layout to differentiate it from the other keyboard types, which one of the others being, like, the other common one, which is not very common, is the Dvorak one, which, funny, I don't know why I know this, but, like, the QWERTY keyboard layout was actually designed to slow down typing.
Oh, that's right.
Because
Why?
Typists were breaking the keyboards when it was just in like ABCD format. So they designed this other format to make it more difficult to type. So Dvorak is supposed to try to like make it more natural and easier to type, but you have to like learn how to touch type on a completely like new interface.
JK.
Now that might all be BS. I might be making that whole thing up.
You said it very confidently.
Yeah,
I believe you.
My dad at one point convinced my mom that like, I think it was somebody invented colored paint in the 1960s or something, and before that everything was painted in black and white. And my dad was a good bullshit artist at one point in his life.
And that sounds about right.
My dad's really good at that too. So one of the funny stories similar to that I heard was from somebody, a former coworker here. Mm-hmm. They convinced their niece that all giraffes grow into their necks. So they would send them...
Did they start out as snakes or something?
No, they send them photoshops of giraffes with just like short necks. They're like, yeah, this is a baby giraffe. And they're like a 7-year-old or something. I just can't.
It's messed up.
Like they're growing up thinking, oh, it's so funny to me. It's like one of those harmless, like, kind of funny pranks. It's like telling your son or daughter to go into the video where like go get me blinker fluid from the car parts store. Something like that.
I've always wondered how far you could take that. Like if you have a newborn, and as they're growing up into toddlers, and you just start calling things by the wrong name,
right?
And just make that the norm in your house.
Yeah.
What kind of serious damage you can do?
I mean, we'll probably find out with my daughter, because I always call things by the wrong names. Like raccoons are trash pandas.
Yeah.
Snakes are nope ropes.
Nope ropes is so good. I'll never let go of nope rope. Let me rephrase that. I will always use the phrase nope rope to describe a snake.
Learning Dvorak sounds like a pain when you have 20 plus years of muscle memory, not to mention having to rebind every single game you play. Yeah. There's an actual thing where you can trick your kids into thinking they have mental illnesses that they don't have. That's mean.
That's called abuse, probably.
Yeah. And I have a follower.
That's gaslighting. Is that what gaslighting is, right?
Who knows what the future holds?
Thanks for following. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for following.
Appreciate it.
I guess we should shout them out for following. Average Joe Gaming 92. Thank you for following.
You just got 20%.
Oh,
cooler.
what up, Joe? That's my buddy.
Oh, never mind.
Is it? Oh.
Thanks for nothing. No, I'm just kidding. 20%. Thank you, man. Thanks for supporting. You gotta let me know if you're doing anything musically in the area. Or whatever. We should just get lunch.
They a ska band?
They are a like real talented metal guitarist.
Oh, cool.
Completely instrumental?
I'm not sure what kind of projects they got going on. I just know that when I worked with them, they were super duper into metal guitar in general, but specifically metal guitar. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe.
Like what kind of metal? Because there's so many different types of metal.
You gotta ask them. He'll probably be upset at that description. You know, the artist describing their own art is always different than the audience, right? Kind of perception of it.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Although, like, I still have difficulty explaining like what a designer does. Oh, that RC car got you. Average Joe Gaming 92 is in a punk band now. Metal band you mentioned is on hiatus, sadly.
Oof. I didn't want to be here anyway. Thanks.
I thought art was spelled ert.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Is that what your dad told you?
Oh, you're a game designer, so you play games for a living? Oh, you're QA, so you get paid to play games? I
Yeah.
get that all the time, and I hate it. I mean, I don't get, like, mad, but it's one of those low-key
So,
things that you hear always, and you're like,
I mean,
it's not a lie.
the play games for a living
kind of a
thing
lie.
as a tester is technically accurate, but playing and testing is very different. But you're still playing the game.
I don't think it's...
The quality of play.
I don't think it's accurate for the word playing. I don't think you're not playing the game.
True.
Define play,
Yeah.
and it normally involves the word enjoyment. And that's not, like you can find something to enjoy in testing, but that's not
Yeah.
the primary. You're not playing for enjoyment. You're doing a job.
I want to be a game dev so bad, says Andrew Boy 867. 867? Or 86 the 7. Yeah. Well, go to school for it. Work on mods, figure out exactly what you want to do. Like, there's plenty of methods to don't let your dreams be dreams.
You're a game designer, which means you can write off game consoles on your taxes and games themselves, right? I think. I don't know. I don't do
Yeah.
I
I did that
don't
last
feel
year.
like I ever do that.
How far can you take that? Like every game you buy, is that market research?
I think so.
Probably,
Technically.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know. I should. When I do the claim thing, I always do like the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too lazy.
Standard deduction, yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas, I'd love to show you improve upon my PC build you helped advise me on.
Yeah, I remember that. I hope it's working well for you.
Oh, don't read the part after Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. They cannot change their Twitch name.
Oh, it's all good, man.
We gotta stay hydrated.
I love that.
At least
bot.
4 ounces of water. This has water in it. It's like one of the first ingredients. Carbonated water. That's something. The rest of it is probably bad for me. But
You seemed upset by the bot. I saw like a kind of head shake and a sigh.
It,
Or is
more,
that
I was
not-
more upset at myself
for
because
not drinking water.
yeah, I didn't bring any in, and
Yeah.
and now it's reminding me, and it's rubbing it in my face.
Should be like more like stay guilty bot,
Yeah,
guilt trip bot.
At the moment, I can do texture mods, but I don't want to work on the art side. Well,
okay.
all right.
You want to do the coding side? That's fine.
These are all perks.
Menus,
Good old menus. Everybody's favorite.
quality stream material.
Gonna look at this stuff in the menus. I was hoping I could unlock a new.
Do you guys prefer Infamous 1 or Second Son? Man,
I haven't played either of them.
uh,
Those are on the list.
Second Son.
So,
That's the second one?
so
no,
behind.
Infamous 2 was the second one.
Yeah.
And then Second
and it's-
Son was the one that was on PS4.
That's not Last Light?
That was the sequel to Second Son,
Yeah.
Oh.
and its first light.
Oh.
Which is funny that like
So
its first light.
second is first and first is second.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, that's tough because like the first game introduces you to the franchise, so there's like so many like cool things. It's like a totally new experience with that, and then but the second one gives you so many unique abilities, and that's really really tough. I really liked Second Son a lot. First Light is a sequel to Second Son. Yes. I mean, it's a prequel, but it came out after
Right.
Second Son.
I've not played either of the PS4 Infamouses.
I have played.
seen them, and they were very pretty lighting effects. Very,
I played
very
all
pretty.
of the Infamy games. Infamouses?
Yeah.
I think it's Infamouses. Yeah, Infamous 1, 2, and then Bad Blood, which was their like vampire game, which was actually pretty fun.
Sobi says, I'm sorry to pronounce your name wrong, but said, I love Spider-Man. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed.
My,
Yeah.
my wife's grandparents from California showed up at our door last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and They had never seen Spider-Man before, so I got a chance to show them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did they
Oh, Festival of Blood. That's what it is. Yeah.
enjoy it?
Yeah,
Were
they had no idea like what I did.
Did they get it? Like,
I think so. I mean, a lot of it was they were like, so are all these characters? Those are all other players.
Right.
I had to
So,
let them down and say no.
I had a very similar experience with my, or I heard about a similar experience from my brother-in-law. They were showing, my sister and brother-in-law were showing them Spider-Man, and just kind of the, apparently just kind of the concept of like, why would you want to do this was kind of like lost. Like, what? So
Yeah.
are there other players? Are you fighting other people? Oh, you're playing through a story? Like,
Yeah,
it's not kind of understanding that.
Is there a high score?
Aspect of it? Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no score. You don't have to worry about it.
I mean, there's
like,
the musical score.
There's a musical score.
Kind of equating it to a movie, it was kind of just like really like hard to understand, I think.
Is this
Which
one of
is
them
interesting.
interactive books?
But it definitely raised the question of, because they asked me like, how do you win? And I'm like, well, you finish it.
You win
and
by
then,
playing.
and then you win.
Get over there and get me support.
Oh, there's a guy over there.
Maybe we should add a high score.
Should.
Arcade mode.
Patch it in.
It's interesting, that kind of disconnect, like the thing you take for granted, like why would you do this? I would never think of that question. Like, why would I do this? Because
Yeah.
it's fun. How do you win? Like, that's...
Which I mean, I guess when you say, hey, it's a game,
How do you answer?
expect there to be like a winner.
Yeah?
I mean, you win by playing the game.
What traditional games can you think of where there's no winner?
Like
Are there
board
any?
games, you mean? Or
Yeah, just any kind of traditional game. Like, are
most,
there any?
most of the time when I play solitaire,
there's usually a loser.
uh,
At least when I play.
oh, yeah. Feels more quiet without Tim around.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What's
I
the
miss
setup
Tim.
for the machine that we're playing on? We appear to have a CPU in there doing some stuff, and then a 1080 for the win card.
Yeah.
That's
This guy is mad
about
at
all I
me.
can see. And then we have a separate streaming computer, so none of the GPUs being eaten up by like whatever we're using to stream.
Yeah, we're going from one PC through...
It appears to run on some sort of electricity.
a capture card into another PC that we're streaming from.
There's probably some memory in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to think that some people don't know what stuff like skill trees and story branches are. Yeah, I explained to my wife what, like, memory was this weekend, and that was,
What's
like, kind of
happening?
blew my mind that she didn't know what, like, RAM was.
Video game? I'm stuck.
Combat rollout!
Hey,
Oh, there you go.
that was a good suggestion. It's almost like you've done QA before. I'm still stuck.
Keep combat rolling until you're free.
I think there's somebody in this that I need to kill, but I can't get to them or
Hey.
something.
Thomas, is your name from Zero? From Zero?
Is indeed.
Is.
Oh,
Hey, you got the key.
I think he was stuck, and then the game eventually killed him because he was stuck.
Huh.
I think.
Oh boy.
Oh, and that means you know what's going to happen to you.
So is this lag that's doing that? Or
No, I think there's like
Collision models.
yeah, some kind of.
is that a backpack you can loot?
Where?
You missed it.
It's
It's too
white.
late.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's probably despawned.
What is this? Gear stash.
I meant why. Why is your name from Zero?
That's where he's from.
From nothing.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, that's on my Twitch channel. That's like literally the bio.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a big Drake fan?
I mean, I like Especially earlier Drake I really liked, but yes. But I'm big. I am a fan of Drake. I do not dislike his music, but I am not like obsessed with it, listening to it all the time. I would consider going to a Drake concert if it was convenient.
I feel like it would be too expensive for
Probably.
my
Yes.
level of interest.
Yes. I agree. What is this on the map that I can't see? Oh, it's a food.
A food resource node. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Eat them potatoes and peppers.
Nobody eats.
Anybody who eats that is going to get lead poisoning.
I
Boom.
can tell you're a dad.
Oh, but I didn't answer the question. I just gone by From Zero for a long time. And then From Zero is easy to get on all platforms, so I just switched to From Zero because it means the same thing. But yeah, it's just a metaphor for the beginning. Nothing too crazy.
From Alpha to Omega
Yep.
was Thomas. But why was Thomas?
Playing Anthem while watching a doozy because Monday was fun. Nice, man. Appreciate it.
Get the True Sun's outpost and shut down the transmitters. Getting sick and tired of hearing those cranks on the radio. When it's clear, we're covered.
Potato versus potato.
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 One of those is correct.
Potato. Boil them, mash them, stick it in a stew.
Heck yeah. Potatoes.
Who is your favorite... Oh, what are they called?
Hobbit?
Hobbit. Yeah, thank you. Who is your favorite?
I just read your mind right there. Oh, pretty cool.
Trying to remember the other two.
Dang.
The ones that didn't go to the mountain.
I mean, there was a bunch that
The less
didn't.
important ones.
There's
Sam?
Pippin
Pippin, that's the one.
and... What's the other one? No,
Samwise Gamgee?
Samwise Gamgee.
Sam went to the mountain, right?
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
he went really close to the mountain. Did he actually go to the mountain?
Yeah. Yeah, he was in there.
What up, 8-bit butts? How's 8-bitting? I don't know.
Who's on the Discord server except Thomas?
Billy is.
Yeah, I am.
Billy is Blipper.
Yeah.
I got banned.
How do you pronounce?
Blipper, I guess. I mean, it's a combination of my first and last name.
Oh, those are bad guys.
What's up,
I
guys?
thought they wanted to be friends.
Die Hard or Die Hard 3? Definitely Die Hard.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, Die Hard 3 is the best sequel by far. Die Hard
Yeah.
3 far superior to Die Hard 2.
You know, I
mean,
really
they're
liked
gonna-
Die Hard 2, though.
It's okay. I mean, it's got a twist, right? So that's
Yeah.
nice. But there's not much memorable action in that movie.
When he lights the, like, jet
That's
fuel...
the only scene.
Yes.
Okay, when he's riding the, like, conveyor belt toward the, like, the bad guys before,
guess,
right before
yeah.
the twist, and all
Yeah.
the shoot-me-ups there,
Yeah.
going through the sewers. Oh, yeah. I
mean,
like
But Die Hard with a
Live Free
Vengeance-
or Die Hard. Anything that came after 3 is just doesn't exist in my eyes.
I think is it Live Free or Die Hard the fourth one?
Maybe.
The one with the Mac or PC guy.
Oh, Justin Long.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That one's okay.
No,
I
it's
don't hate
not.
it. I don't hate it.
Because that's the one where he like launches a cab and blows up a helicopter, right?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's jumping a shark for me. Because at least like
That,
So,
yeah, that was Live Free.
maybe
Die Hard? I think so.
I think it is.
The one with what's his face?
The Mac and PC guy.
Was it?
No, I'm just rehabbing the conversation we just had.
So, I mean, the first one, he's like this everyman that is put in a terrible situation and gets the like literal snot like beaten out of him, but like comes out ahead. And by like the last Die Hard movie, he is like
action.
MacGyver Superman that you know isn't gonna die or get anything bad happen to him, and it's just not even fun dumb at the end. I have opinions because I really, really, really like the Die Hard series.
I think if you're going to do a PG-13 Die Hard, that one, the fourth one, did about as good as you can do it. About as good as you could do it. I kind of like the fire sale storyline. Kind of like the villain. I like that actor a lot.
I've only seen it the once,
action.
so
It's not great or anything. I'm not going to die on that hill, but it's okay. It was...
If you would you die hard
unoffensive.
on that
I would
hill?
die hard, yeah.
Yes.
Good watch. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the couch. We only got a couple minutes left for us in NC. We got about 3 minutes. And then we are going to throw it to Burbank. There's going to be a little bit... We're going to go offline briefly. And then Burbank's going to pick up the stream. And they've got a special guest who I think is already making an appearance in our chat.
Is it Zem or...
I think it's Zem, yeah.
Exum?
I don't know. Please correct
Like
us if we pronounce it
Dante
wrong.
Exum, basketball player from Australia, who was like a really high draft pick and then didn't really do much.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
I'm
know
pretending
exactly
I know
who
exactly
that
who
person
he
is.
is.
Yeah.
I think he plays
yeah.
for the Jazz right now, maybe. Maybe he plays for somebody else now.
Yeah. I play for Soft Rock.
First pronunciation was right.
Zem.
Zem.
All right.
Okay, cool. But yeah, they have a special guest there, Zem. There's going to be speedrunning some Ratchet and Clank games. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I am excited. I'm definitely tuning into that.
See ya, 8-bit butts.
But yeah, again, the stream will go offline briefly. Don't freak out. That's just us transitioning from North Carolina to Burbank. They will be picking it up.
It's a lot of miles.
We got about 2 minutes to kill. So
Should we do like
For 2
for
minutes.
the transition?
we're not worthy. Oh, I love that movie. Do you like the sequel? Is the sequel superior to the first one? I think
What
that's
happened in the sequel? Because
that's
I
when
don't
they're
remember
on
the
that
sequel.
huge concert and like he's talking to Jim Morrison in his dreams, and there's like a great.
So the
and
sequel is
Garth-
forgettable compared to the first one.
I think
It's
the
like-
sequel's pretty good. I think
'Cause,
sequel's
like, the
arguably
first-
better.
The first one is the one with Tia Carrera, I think.
Mm-hmm. She's in both of them, I believe.
Oh,
really,
okay.
briefly. I think that's who it is.
Yeah.
But she's in the second one way less. If I recall correctly, I might be wrong.
Watch Yo Profanity.
That was my terrible impression.
Of what?
You've never seen that meme? Where it's from Storage Wars, and like this one guy's cursing a lot, and this other guy's like, "Watch your profanity." It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
You'll have to show it to me later.
It's a good meme.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to go. Where is my phone? There it is. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Burbank's going to be picking it up in the next couple minutes. Stay tuned for some speedrunning of Ratchet and Clank with a special guest, Zim. Bye, y'all.
Bye.